Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamerspro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. You know, when I came across this topic yesterday from the channel Uncut Hoops, that's where I got it from, I actually thought he was trolling. He makes excellent content. Go check out his content. I thought it was a troll, right? So I clicked on the show and I found out it was true. But what's true? As you guys know, the Lakers recently unveiled one of 3 Kobe Bryant statues. Excuse me. The first one was unveiled at a private Laker event. Speakers were Phil Jackson, Derek Fisher, Vanessa Bryant, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Fantastic. Now, if you know anything about Kobe and his tenure with the Lakers, he played 20 years for the organization, helped make that team a lot of money, a lot of years of excellence, helped deliver 5 NBA championships to them. And during that whole entire Kobe Bryant run, he also beat their biggest rivals in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, right? So Kobe was a ride or die Laker. He really represented that organization, bled purple and gold. And Kobe thought that it was one of the most ridiculous concepts to recruit a basketball player to go play with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's like, if you don't know why you want to be here, like, there's no need for me to waste my time and even converse with this person if I have to convince you. That was one of the reasons Kobe Bryant was initially against the idea of recruiting Dwight Howard or trying to make a pitch to him. He's like, if you don't get it, I don't need to waste my time pitching anything to you. I think something that didn't sit well with Dwight Howard at the time. So what happened? They recently unveiled Kobe's statue, and they said they're going to give him 3, deservingly so. Excuse me. The next one is going to be a statue featuring himself and his late daughter, and then the third one is going to be him in the number 24. Almost all Laker fans in unison agreed that very well deserved. So during that process, we found out that LeBron didn't attend the statue ceremony, given the fact that the Lakers are actually having a home game that night. But you did see other Lakers like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, the coach was there, and some other people. So we made a show about it. I wasn't happy. A lot of people are unhappy. So given the aftermath of that, I was absolutely floored to see that ESPN produced a segment where Malika Andrews, who's a known Kobe Bryant hater, actually went at Matt Barnes on the show like, how dare you say this? And it's like, she's a known Kobe hater. That's ESPN for you in a nutshell. That she would bring up the question of, does LeBron James deserve a statue in front of the Staples Center? And to make it worse, Kendrick Perkins, who was actually on the panel, actually sided with her nonsense. So what we want to do is want to quickly play what they had to say here, and then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to this here.
Should LeBron James get a statue in Los Angeles?
Well, I mean, look what he done. He helped deliver a championship, banner number 17, to tie with their rivalry, which is arguably the biggest rivalry in sports with the Celtics. Okay, and then he passed up and broke Kareem's record, the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, in a Laker uniform. Those 2 things alone should have him a statue outside. See, George, this is the problem. This is the problem. Again, this is a team sport, and championships should not impact what you do on an individual basis. This is not boxing. This is not tennis. This is not golf.
So you heard what they had to say. Kendrick Perkins played for the Boston Celtics. Maybe we got to find a way to get Kendrick Perkins on the show. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to get Kendrick Perkins on the show, and I need to ask him why he said that. If we look at the 5 greatest Lakers of all time, and I don't say this as a slight, LeBron is one of the top 5 players of all time, but in terms of Lakers, he's not even a top 5 Laker of all time. You have Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Jerry West, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Then you can go on with Wilt. You can go on with James Worthy. So many others. And by the way, we must not forget the contribution that Pau Gasol played. I think Pau Gasol will be better suited receiving a statue before LeBron James, if we're talking about the Lakers and what he contributed. Pau helped the Lakers get to 3 NBA championship appearances and win 2 of them. And he was a very, very integral part in those championship runs. So how does LeBron skip the line? LeBron won 1 title in the Orlando bubble. That was it. So now the Lakers standard has dropped all the way down to the point where all it takes is 1 championship. Now, if you're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, well, sure. Yes. If you're talking about, I don't know, the Charlotte Hornets, sure. If you're talking about the Toronto Raptors, sure. Because none of those teams are the Lakers. But the fact of the matter is the Lakers have had some of the greatest players in history play for that organization. And there are a lot more players out there that have actually done more for that organization than LeBron. So to bring that up, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Number one. Number two, why are they bringing this up now that Kobe got a statue? Like, why are they doing this now? The man Kobe just got a statue, and all of a sudden you're asking for LeBron to get a statue. I think, here's what I think. I think that these questions are being influenced by Clutch Sports. I also think that Clutch has found a way to always find a way to interject LeBron into the conversation when he doesn't need to be in the conversation. I'll give you guys a quick example of this. The Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. There have been this conversation about Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Some people think it's a total joke. Some people think it's a legitimate conversation. But the vast majority of people say, pump the brakes. He has a long way to go before he catches Tom Brady with his 7 rings. And then ESPN found a way to say, well, who's closer in terms of GOATs? Is it Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady? Or is it LeBron James to I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Why y'all doing this? This moment is about Patrick Mahomes, and they're talking about Tom Brady. They just won the Super Bowl. Why are you guys doing this? I think that was probably a Clutch Sports directive. Go out there and keep the conversation. That's what it is. Keep the people drooling and drooling and drooling. But for whatever reason, it's not resonating. This is the thing. It's not, and they're trying very, very hard. It's not resonating with the vast majority of sports fans out there. To bring up such a ridiculous question, if they gave LeBron a statue, it will devalue the other statues that stand in front of Staples Center. Not to say that LeBron is obviously he's a great player, but if you compare what he has done for the Lakers versus what those guys have done, it's a joke. So to me, man, just another ESPN special. Just another ESPN. Only they're the only ones that could come up with something like that. They're the only ones that could come up with nonsense like this. ESPN special. Unreal that they would even have the chutzpah to bring up a topic like that. And to hear it coming from Malika Andrews. She's up there smiling and chuckling and all that. She don't even like Kobe. Robert Perkins, what do you think? If we got on the Lakers, LeBron James, statue. Unreal. There's a beef that's been going on over the last 36 to 48 hours between Shannon Sharpe, excuse me, and comedian Mike Epps. What happened? Monique recently went on Club Say Shay and she said what he did. She stirred the pot as well, got people talking about it, but mainly centered on drama. Then Mike Epps does a stand-up bit where he essentially says that Shannon Sharpe tried to reach out to him to come on his show, but he turned him down because he didn't want him staring at his private region. Just cracking jokes, right? And I think, to be fair, I think he used that as, he said Shannon called him, I think it was part of the joke to make it funnier, because you've heard a lot of comedians say that, like, I remember the time so-and-so, or they called me about, like I heard Dick Gregory make certain jokes, but it's not true. You're just saying it as a joke. Like, so I get that. But nevertheless, Shannon Sharpe caught a whiff of those comments, and it totally ignited a fuse in him, causing him to absolutely go off on his show Nightcap with Chad Johnson, and he took it to the point where he was even threatening to physically assault Mike Epps when he saw him. So for those of you who didn't hear what he had to say, I want to quickly play what Shannon Sharpe had to say here before we get into Mike Epps' comments. Take a listen to what Shannon Sharpe had to say here.
And this one, I'm gonna fire this shot over your head, mofo, and you will know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Mention my name again.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put the DMs. And I don't like doing this.
Yeah.
But you're lying. See, and I don't care about all that other stuff. You can say I'm gay, and you can say I don't care about that because I won't chase a lie. But I won't let you lie on my name.
Yeah.
Now you can say all that other stuff. I can deal with that. Look. I heard that 1,000 times.
Yes,
just
sir.
like everybody jumping in the chat talking about, oh, he don't like number white women.
Right.
I done dated a lot of different races.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you like Skittles now. You eat every color. Come on, talk to me now.
No, I don't eat. I don't eat or suck.
You
They
know,
all do all that.
You know what I mean? That's why I said
look
Skittles. Skittles. Okay. Stay. I'm with you.
You know, I look at Ocho. But I'm telling you this, and I want somebody to send it to you. And I've been seeing it in the chat.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you talking about, but I'm with you.
Say my name again, and I'm gonna release the DM because you're lying.
Yeah.
You said I reached out to you to come on Club Shay Shay, and you a mofo lie. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see if you about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if you want to say what you've been saying on trying to get some jokes because you got mad because Cat Williams did what he did. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see if you really about that.
Yeah, and when I see you,
no.
I'm
gonna see if him talking all that.
Yeah.
When them tight ass leather pants trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see if you're about that.
Yeah.
Say my name again. Now be like Destiny's Child and talk about say my name. And I got something for your ass.
Okay, I'm lost, but I'm with you. And whoever you talking about it, we go. What? Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I said, first of all, them saying I'm gay and this and that, it ain't affecting my bottom line.
I'm gay. I've been happy for years.
It ain't affecting my bottom line. Now, if it'll start to affect my bottom line, then I'm gonna make you put your cards on the table.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no flush either. I'm
gonna make you put your cards on the table. But that don't bother me. It's that you lied and you didn't have to. Say your little joke, get your little laugh off, have fun, but just don't lie and said I said something when I didn't. And you know who you are, mofo. Yeah. I'm calling you a mofo. Now when I see you, boy, I promise you, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna see if you about that. Cause I'm about it with you.
Me too. As soon as I get off probation.
Y'all know like I said, I stay to myself, Ocho. Anybody tell you I said it. I said when people say, man, that's not like Shannon, that's exactly who Shannon was.
Mm-hmm.
I let my guard down.
Right.
I'm gonna see you.
Yeah. I don't know what we talk about. I'm gonna see you too. Let me take my glasses off.
I'm gonna see you.
So you heard his comments. Fantastic. Shannon puts out those comments. Yesterday we put out a show and we expressed our views. I'm going to reiterate our views at the end of this particular show. So what happens? Mike Epps then obviously hears what Shannon Sharpe has to say, and he decides to go on social media to respond to Shannon Sharpe by basically saying, if you want to take it to the physical level, no problem. No problema. If you want to take it to the physical level, we can go there. But it may not turn out the way that you want it to go. So for those of you who didn't hear what Mike Epps had to say about Shannon Sharpe, take a listen to what he had to say in response to Shannon Sharpe here.
Wait a minute. Now, I know Shay Shay, I don't know what grown got a name named Shay Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you was sitting there with Cat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, you know, it's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank, 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 blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up. And Shay, you did look like Madea sitting there. You was looking zesty. I'm not saying you gay, but you was looking zesty. You look like Big Frida sitting there. You need to take them tight shirts off with the muscles. And that's it. Go check out my special February the 20th on Netflix. February 20th on Netflix is called I'm Ready to Sell Out. Because being a real dude ain't making no money right now.
So you heard Mike Epps' comments. What are my thoughts about this? Well, yesterday when we produced the show, I spoke about the fact that how we as black men need to find a way to be able to deal with issues before it gets to a physical level and all of that. We have to find better conflict resolutions to deal with tricky situations before it escalates to this point. Shannon Sharpe got pissed off at Mike Epps. I understand why he got pissed off. I totally get it. But to then threaten to physically harm the guy, you're in your 50s. Number one. Number two, and this is what's being lost in all of this. Shannon has to understand the position that he is in. He's one of the biggest voices in sports media in the world, right? Which means that there's a lot that comes with that. There's a lot of people, corporate interests that are tied to Shannon Sharpe. And you don't want to blow that because you lose your temper in the moment. It happened at the Grizzlies game. It cost him his job at FS1. This is something that Shannon Sharpe admitted on his show. The altercation he had with those Grizzlies players, FS1 said, we cannot abide by this. And it cost him his job. Now, he was able to get lucky. Not lucky, he worked hard, he's talented and all of that. But he was fortunate enough to find himself in a situation where now he's bigger than ever before. But there's something we need to understand. Shannon Sharpe is now connected to who? ESPN. ESPN. And ESPN, you guys know, they don't tolerate any of this stuff. And now Shannon Sharpe is in a situation where he's saying, I'll physically harm you and all of this. And now Mike Epps is saying, well, if you want to take it to that, we can take it to the, to the extreme level. You got to be aware of the fact that, bro, as fast as you got it, you could lose it. Over something that if you do lose it, you would sit back and say, was it really worth it? A quick snap moment decision has changed people's lives for the worst. There are a lot of people sitting in prison that they just lost it. They snapped for a few seconds and they made a decision that ruined the rest of their life. I can assure you there are hundreds of thousands of people like this all over the world. And as black guys, we need to figure out a way to deal with issues better. I'm going to say what's been on my mind and I got to understand it. It is bothering me and I got to talk about it. Why is it that we cannot have success without problems? Why is there always issues with black people? I'm not just talking about them. I'm talking about black people. There must always be issues. You have other groups that get in money, no problem. When it comes to us, we must always find a way to F it up. We must always start fighting ourselves. Do you know how many people in the media space and other groups are making bastard money every single day? And everybody gets along. If somebody doesn't like this person, highest they'll say, I'm not going to talk to them. And they go about their way. That is it. Full stop. When it comes to us, man, there's always got to be some bull and some drama. Always. No matter what, this is all over the world. I've lived in the States. I've lived in Africa. It is something I am. Wherever it is, we group ourselves, there's always problems. We just can't just all just get along, make our money, and everybody be happy. There must always be problems. Always. And it's so sad. And I'm a part of it. I'm not sitting here condemning or casting. I'm a part of it. I've also sat back and asked myself the question, but why? Why? That even if you're doing this and you find yourself fighting with this, but you find yourself like, why? We can't do better than this. Now it has to get to this level and this level. These are people with kids, children, which means that their kids are going to see. However I behave, my daughter is going to see it when she's older. If not for me, for my daughters. There's certain things you can't talk about online because of your kids. Oh man, it's so sad. You got these grown-ass men talking about, I'm gonna do this to you and I'm gonna do that to you. Really? Is it that serious? Must it always escalate to this level so fast, especially with ourselves? This may offend some people. I don't give a bloody damn. I'm speaking my piece and how I feel. This is a problem. It's a problem. God forbid another brother's doing well and somebody else say, oh, it's going to be a problem. These are successful men. Why must it come to this level? Oh my God, man. Somebody needs to step in and say, enough is enough. Like enough is enough. Because what's going to happen is they're going to mess up the money. And then they're going to be sitting down somewhere a few months, years from now saying, what was that all about? Like, why did I do that? I'm not impressed by this. I'm not amused by it. The only reason we're touching on it is to share this message. We got to do better than this.